What's up guys? How to stop getting attached so fast. In this video, we're gonna go over attachment. We're gonna go over why it is that you attach so fast, what's actually wrong with that, where it comes from, how to heal it and move beyond it. So let's just jump into it straight away. So if you are someone that meets someone and you're like, wow, and you go on a date, she's the one, and you get very attached, you think about her a lot. Like, if this is you, then most likely you are single. Most likely you have had relationships, but in these relationships you found yourself being very clingy, needy, and when you felt that the other was withdrawing a little bit, you were like, what's going on? And you became a lot anxious, starting to push a little bit, and really that's why the relationship wasn't really sustainable. So this really comes down to a couple of things, and that's what we're gonna dive into. Because a lot of times you attaching really fast, it's proof that you need something from the other. Because men who truly live in abundance, they don't attach too fast. Because imagine this, imagine you would be a man and you would be dating around for a year. So you got 4 girls that you're seeing, there's girls who are flirting with you every day. Sometimes you flirt with them, sometimes they flirt with you. You have 10 girls sending you messages all the time. There's just girls everywhere and they want to be with you. Do you think that you would get so attached so fast to one girl? Now compare this to most likely your situation. You have no options. You don't have the ability to walk up to a girl, strike up a conversation, attract her into your life. You don't have 10 girls hitting up your phone. You don't have a lot of dates. And that's why when someone comes and she gives you the slightest hint of liking you, you're like, you latch onto it. You're like, yes, there she is. And you latch onto it because you need something from her. You need her to approve you. You need her to love you. But what you are not thinking about is by you needing her to love you, what's going to wind up happening is that you're going to do what we call approval seeking. Now you need her approval. Now you're checking. Is she okay? Are we okay? Is something going on? Does she still love me? Is she still approving of me? Is she pulling back? What's going on? And you're thinking, and you're analyzing, and you're strategizing a way to keep her, to make sure that she's never gonna go away. And this doesn't work. And it really comes from a place of loneliness, and it comes from a place of scarcity. There's different levels to this, but I want you to understand this. The best and quickest way to fix this, to really solve this, because before I talk about that, realize what it's costing you. Like, you're pushing all these women away, women who naturally maybe would have liked to be with you, but because your behavior, because you're so attached and you're so anxious and analyzing and all this, you're pushing her away. So think of all the opportunities that cost you, and also think of your past relationships. In what way that your anxiety, in what way this neediness of you affect that relationship? In what way? Was it a positive impact or a negative one? I bet it's a negative one. And I bet it's one of the reasons why it didn't work out. So it's costing you a lot. Now, it's coming from scarcity, it's coming from loneliness. The easiest way to fix this, not the healthiest, but the easiest, this is how most men go about it and the most effective way. First, you get external abundance. What does that mean? That means you're gonna go out there, you're gonna approach women, you're gonna talk to women, you're gonna fail, you're gonna learn things, you're gonna get new experiences, and you're going to really understand all of this. As you're doing this, 1, your skills get better, your social skills improve. 2, you're creating confidence, you're creating believing in yourself. But the longer you're gonna do this, the better you're gonna get at it. Before you know it, you're gonna get results. Now, results, what is that? Dates, women who wanna be with you, women who wanna be with you consistently. That, in and of itself, is gonna make you feel more confident, but still it's external. But now, at least you're living in abundance. That's why I'm saying it's not the healthiest way, but it's the quickest way. Because now you're not going to attach to a woman really, really quickly because you're like, why would I? I have all these options. Why would I really go for that person? Because the problem with attaching really quickly is that you attach really quickly, but it's weird for the other person, for her. She's like, why? You don't even know me. Why do you like me so much? What's going on here? And that's what's pushing her away. So now you're genuinely at a point where you have like all these women around you, you're dating, having fun, like it's just a good time, you know, it's a good time to be you. And then you're like, why would you go for that one girl? So what is gonna happen then is you're gonna date multiple girls and you're really gonna have a good comparison. You're like, okay, this girl's a little bit like this. And sooner or later, you're gonna find one girl where you're like, wow, she's different. And then you can attach to her slowly because now you're at a point where you're like, I don't have to attach to you because I have all these options, but I'm choosing to. I want to. I pick you. Out of all the options that I have, I pick you. Most likely, for most men, the psychological problem is really deep. It's really deep. So what's going to happen is now you're going to abandon your options. You're going to be with this one girl slowly but surely. You're going to attach. And then boom, you're back in your old pattern. You're needy again. You're seeking validation, seeking approval. She's feeling this. The dynamic shifts. She's going to dump your ass. You're going to be very, very sad. You're going to pick yourself up and go to the exact same cycle again. That's why I'm saying this is not the healthiest way, but it's the quickest way. Now, what is the actual healthy way? Let's talk about that. The actual way to do this is to become abundant internally, where you really do not need any girl in your life. You really do not need a girlfriend. Sure, you want it because you like it. You like when you have a woman around you and you enjoy it and you can love deeply. You can get deeply, deeply attached. At the same time, you're not going to be dependent on her. And that's a really big difference. How do you do this? Like what you need to do, you need to become a man who takes care of his own needs. So a man who is happy with or without a girl. A man who doesn't need anything from her. So you need to be completely calm, completely confident, completely grounded. You need to know yourself to a very deep level. And you need to love yourself to an even deeper level. You need to be completely okay with who it is that you are. This is you. This is your life. This is your subjective human experience. Everything you've been through. It's been you. Nobody else has been through the same things as you have been through. This has been your journey. And all these things, they brought you to this point. And that in and of itself is so valuable. And you need to see this, realize this, and you need to learn to love yourself. Once you can actually do that, that's the point where you're really going to be able to completely detach from any outcome. Where you want things but you don't need them. And I keep saying it until you get it. Now, let's create a plan together. In practice, what does this look like? Does this look like you're going to sit on a mountain and meditate? No. Does it mean that you're going to go crazy, chase women? No. But also, yeah, why not? You're going to do both. That's why in my coaching, we always work with inner work and outer work. Inner work is where we're going to do the healing. It's where you're going to do the internal work, shift beliefs, shift mindsets, meditations, visualizations, spiritual work, like deep, deep internal work. The outer work is where you're going to go in the real world and experiment. As you're changing, you're going to bring these changes in the real world and throw it out there and give it and give it and give it, and you're going to get feedback. And this feedback is going to change you more. And that's really this combination, how you approach this. And if you do this, there's a proven process you can go through. And if you go through this process, you can actually get there. And in this video, I'll keep it short and I'll give you a direction to go for, because one thing that I want you to start doing is visualizing, like super important. Start visualizing, closing your eyes and imagining, what would it feel like if I was truly abundant? What would it be like to truly love myself with all my parts? What would it be like to love the parts that I hate about me? What would it be like to be completely confident, calm, grounded, like the best version of myself? Close your eyes and really imagine that version. How would he walk? How is he talking to himself? How is he feeling? How is his body language? How is he talking? Like all these things. Really imagine it until you can really embody it. What's going to happen is with visualization, you're literally changing your brain. It's new neural pathways because your brain doesn't differentiate between real and fake. So as you're experiencing this and you're imagining it, your brain thinks it's real. So it's going to count it as a real experience. The more of these real experiences you're going to get, the more familiar you're going to get with these neural pathways. Before you know it, in day-to-day life, poof, you're feeling like that. All of nowhere, you're like, whoa, what's happening? And it's going to start in little bursts, but then it's going to go longer and longer and longer. So that's one tool. Second tool, dude, go out there and go approach. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you do it. Go out there and approach. Just walk up and say hi. All you need to do, say hi. You can say, where's the Starbucks? You can say, you're hot. You can say, I want to meet you. But what you have to say is hi. At least say hi. If you do these two things together, brother, I have seen so many people getting crazy results with these two elements alone. Obviously, there's a lot more that you can do. There's a lot of therapy you can do. There are a lot of exercises you can do. You can shift your beliefs. There's NLP. Like there's tons of things to do the inner work, tons of things to do the outer work. For now, I just wanted to give you a direction on where to go. So start doing these two things and watch what's going to happen. As always, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was valuable. If it was, hit like, hit subscribe. If you have a question, put it in the comments. And if you want to explore the possibilities of going through this process of working together with me on this, just DM me on Instagram. It's in the bottom in the description as well. DM me there the word coach. If you DM me the word coach, then we will talk about the possibilities of working together on this.